Hi guys, welcome to tonight's evening flight. As you can see, we're with the Rui Tui, the lovely royal red. Looks very nice. We're down in Rotterdam, as we've got the Orthos there as well, that were downloaded with Amsterdam. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in for Zurich today for runway 14. As well, what I want to do is sort of like a tutorial based. I want to do the GLS approach for 14. So we won't be using the ILS frequency, we'll be using the GLS frequency. So that should be quite interesting to see how the aircraft operates, and I just updated the Zibo with the 0.18 update that was there. So little few things noticed differently, like the packs have got little different lights, but apart from that, looks good, seems okay. So we're going for a flight level of 320, and flight time's around an hour in the air. So don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below guys, and that all said and done, now we can go in and get the aircraft all set up ready for our departure. We're going to be departing from runway 06, so it's right in front of us. So very quick departure once we're set up, so there'll be no waiting about, and we can start the engines on the block as well. So let's go in and get the aircraft all set up. Okay, so right now we're in the 737-800ZiboMod, so what we'll do is we'll go onto our overhead. And as you can see, there's the little update that I've seen different is the packs here. So what we can do is put our battery on and guarded, standby power on with ground power. We'll go to bat and ground power. After that, we'll go ahead and do our IRSs. We'll redo that one. There we go. Turn on the circus breakers and the panel lights. We'll go ahead and do our emergency lights. 2 armed, if we can get it to go down. There we go. Put our chimes on with our fasten seatbelts. Get the APU bleed on after we've set the APU up. Okay, so put pump on for that. Get the window heats on. Now put the trimmer with the packs. Put the APU bleed on. Going for flight level of 320. And landing elevation down in Zurich for runway 14 is going to be 1402. That'll put out 140, which is set. So we'll go over now and light up all of our panels. Okay. So now we'll go in and get our positioning. So, Echo Hotel, Romeo Delta, turn that off. Go into our IRS position. So, Echo Hotel, Romeo Delta, shove that in there, pull it in there, and voila, we should come to life. So, we've got that already set there. Then we've got Lima Sierra Zulu Hotel. For the departure, we're departing from runway 06, and on my charts today we have got the Wood 1 Alpha, and then from there we'll then program in the rest of our route. So from Woody we're going to take the November 872, which is going to take us to Nick. Then we've got the Mike 624, which is going to take us to Rembla. We've got the Lursu Direct. Then we've got the Uniform Zulu 210, which is going to take us to Lamgo. And then from Lango, the Tango 721, which is then going to take us to a Relax. And then from Relax, got the charts here for the arrival. So for the Relax, I'm going to be taking the Relax 1 Alpha and we are coming in for the GLS 414, and we want to transition through relax. So actually, do you know what? Let me just have a look and see where else it is. So we've got Amiki, Japal and relax. Yeah, so it'll be relax. So that's all fine. We'll activate that up. So we're going to our perf. We've got a cost of 1. We'll put the cost index of 50. We'll put 320. Activate that up. Go to our N1 limit. Go for a flaps 5, 144, 145 and a 154. Which is check. Put 320 in here. Which is checked. We'll go ahead and activate the auto throttles and arm them up. So what we do now is we'll go in and get the ATIS 070141018. Okay. So 070 at 14. Verify our takeoff speeds, which have not changed. QNH is 1018, which is checked. Turn on our first officer's panel. Okay, so that's all done. We'll move over to the gen, put the APU gen on, the yaw damper on, we can shove our electrics on, and everything else is all good. Let's put on our fuel pumps, put the anti-collision on, and now what we can do is go ahead for our departure from Rotterdam for runway 06. So, because we're not using the tug, what we can do is we'll set the auto brake to RTO, we'll turn our packs off, everything here is all set to go. So I'm going to turn on our strobes to steady, we'll put our logo light on, and okay, so for our trim it's 5.50. Okay, that's set. So what we'll do is now we can turn our engine starts to both, and we'll go ahead and start engine number 2. Okay, so wait for engine number 2, now we'll go to engine number 1. Okay, so there's engine number 1 just came over, so we'll switch over the buses to the Gen 1, we'll put our packs back on, put the isolation valve to auto, the APU bleed can go off with the APU, everything is all good here. We can turn on our taxi lights, we can ding the cabin, tell them to put on their seat belts, as we are now ready for departure. So, I'm just going to get the control column, and then we can get the hell out of it. So taxi is pretty simple, as we're going to go down Victor and then head for Victor 1. So we'll follow the taxi line out, and then we'll turn left, and then straight in front of us we'll take another left, and then come over for the Victor 1 hold, which will take us to runway 06. Then we can get out, and then we can try the GLS approach, which should be very fun to see, as it won't be the ILS today. Same sort of thing, but it's we're going to be using a channel on here. We're going to be basically using the GLS channel to set up the aircraft for our arrival. So what we can do is we'll do our system check, and then we'll drop our flaps. So we've got our full left, full right, full forward, full back, rudder left and rudder right, which is fine. Now we'll drop our flaps 5. Okay, so everything's all set up there. We're going to turn our TRA on. One thing I want to do is just want to look at our legs quickly. So we're coming out on the 057. It's just checked. We just set up our headings now. .57. 057. The L navs and V navs can go on now if we really wanted them to. So let's get the hell out of here. So we'll release the parking brake. There we go. And now we can taxi on to runway 06. So we'll turn a right here, then turn a left, and then another left with a one right for the Victor 1. And then we can get out of here. Okay, so we're going to take the left turn now. So right now we're on taxiway November, and we'll turn left onto Victor as it says for runway 06. Okay, Victor 1 will just follow all the way down to the end to bring us onto the runway. Auto brake is set to RTO. Okay. Just want to set the view. Yeah. Okay, so here we are, Victor 1. So what we're going to do is we'll put our strobes on. And then we'll put everything else on when we line up. So here we are now, about to just taxi on to runway 06. Turn our wing well on, runway turn-offs can go on, we can turn our taxis off and put our landings on. In the cabin, let them know that we're going now.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you very much. Okay, so here we are now. What we can also do is we'll turn on our LNAV and VNAV. Everything on the overhead is all set ready to go. I'm going to start the clock, and what I'm also going to do is just check we've got no discons at all, which we haven't, and I'm going to power up on the spot before I release the brake so we can get a nice little push out for takeoff. So go to 45%. Let that stabilise. Then we'll release the brake and toga. Hey, airspeed alive.
knots.
Check. Throttle hold.
V1 rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Check. There, we turn the auto brake off now.
1000.
Check. Those are going to decel now. There we go. And we'll start making that right turn. There, go to flaps 1. Decel down. There we go.
2500.
Okay, so what that was actually doing was it was getting the aircraft to speed up. So we'll go to our flaps up now. As we blast around the bend, just climb through 2004. So now what we can do is we'll go into that right turn, which it wants us to follow. So we'll wait for the flight director to slide past, and then we'll go through. So QNHs can go back to standard now. Now we'll make that right turn around. Come up for the 250, sending through 4000 now. Just keep our pitch up. So yeah, we're going to be going in for the GLS approach. It should be quite fun today as we rock out. So we'll start easing back on the control column. Don't know what happened there. Probably a glitch with the real-time weather. So I'm going to keep the flight director, and now we'll move on to that right turn. And we can turn the gear off. So just passing 7,500 now as we go for our 250. Just hold her nice and steady, keep it to the 25, pitch up. The aircraft has a lot of power. Now we'll level back off. Okay, now we'll make that left turn towards Woody, which will be the end of our SID. Now the flight director is going to drop our pitch to get us to speed up. So just going through 10,000 feet now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please continue to observe the fasten seatbelt sign until the captain has switched it off. We do recommend for your confident safety that you keep your seatbelt securely fastened throughout your flight. There is a call bell, reading light and fresh air vent in the panel just above your head, and we'd like to remind you that this is a strictly non-smoking flight and all toilets are fitted with smoke detectors. We invite you to sit back, relax and enjoy your flight with us.
Okay, so now as we are just around 20 miles away from Woody, we'll level back off. Let's lower the nose so we can continue on our speed, and we'll turn the LNAV and VNAV on now. So basically that is it, guys, for the departure, should we call it. So what we can do is we will go to our takeoff cinematics, and then we'll get ready for our top of descent as we come in and try out the GLS approach for runway 14 in Zurich. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in just a sec when we get back. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck. Now, right now, we are just making our descent from flight level 320 as we come down for our intercept for the GLS for runway 14. So, on our speeds, we need to drop to 240 when we get to Lamax. So what we can start to do now is configure the aircraft to come in for the approach. So go in and get our minimums. That's going to be 1602. Which is checked. Go ahead and do it on the other side now, on the first officers. On 602, which goes to 200-foot decision, which is already checked. After that, we can go ahead and get our ATIS for the airport. So, Lima Sierra Zulu Hotel, stick that in. And we'll wait for that to come back. So we're just going to make that left turn now to go to Lamax. Got a little bit of turbulence and some gusts. So as you can see, there's our arrival. We'll go to Lamax, we'll come straight back around, and then we'll go in for the GLS for runway 14. So if we go and have a look at the ATIS now, variable 4 knots, and we've got QNH of 1017. Okay, which is 1017. Go ahead and do that on the other side. Okay, which is 1017, which is checked. What I also want to do is set up the glide path as well. Okay, so just send it through 290 as we come through Emaki. Go ahead and have a look at the GLS frequency. So we'll do a flaps 30 at 153, come down for a 158. And the channel for the GLS for 14 is 20242, and on my charts we also have the 20242 for the Golf 14 Alpha, which is right there, which is all set. So what we can do is we'll punch that in now. So 20242, which is checked, 20242 and 20242, which is checked on either sides, and the course is 135. Which is checked. So we're ready now to come in for Zurich. Going to intercept at 4,000 for the GLS approach for runway 14. Minimum altitude is to be at 4,000, but we get to Osnum, which will be right there, as we can see. There's Osnum, so we're going to come down to a Mickey, and then we're going to turn right away back round, and then Osnum we need to be at 4,000 feet on the profile for coming down, which should be quite nice. Set our RTR brake to number 2, as weather is a little rocky today coming in. Transition altitude is 7,000. as we get ready to make that turnaround. Make sure that we've got our max bank on, which we have, and we're currently on the 138. There we go. Just getting ready to pass through the clouds, going through 22,000 feet. So we've got speed brakes back in now. As we make that left turn in just a few moments' time. As we need to be above 7,000 and then be at 10,000 by the time we hit the relax. Okay, so here we go now, into that left turn. So we're going to be using the GLS, coming down on the 135 degree course. Just passing through 18,000. So we've got the we're using the global navigation satellite system, which is basically an alternative to the ILS, the instrument landing system. And basically Zurich's using the GLS for 1.4, so we'll be able to fly a precision approach. It'll just give us a little bit more flexibility. So we're just coming round now to get back onto our arrival. So just coming through 17,000. What we'll do is we'll set our QNHs back to airports, which is 1017. Aircraft is a little rocky. And when we get to relax, then we'll slow to 240. There's our decel for 240. Once we make a left turn from relax, then we'll activate the GLS channel, and should be all good to come down. As you see, the autopilot is wrestling with the controls a little just to keep us stable and steady. We've got some gusts as well as around a 12 knot wind. So still holding 290. Put the update into the aircraft as well, so it's coming down a lot stable. It's holding its speed very well, so some good things to report back from the update, which is the 0.18. There, we just popped out the clouds now. And if we look at our terrain, there's our decel. So just 10 miles out from the decel. So there's relax before we make that turn. Passing through 14,000. As you can see, once we make that left turn, we'll be straight on for the intercept. So what we can do now is we'll activate the GLS's. Passing through 13,000 now, and we'll get ready to do our approach checklist. So I'm going to slow to 240 in just a sec. So just passing our decel point, ready to slow down as the aircraft's getting very rocky. Okay, so we'll open the speed brakes now to slow to the 240. Just coming under 11,000 now. So what I'm going to do is going to turn on our landing lights, runway turn-offs, taxis auto, and we'll turn our wheel. Tell them that we're coming down.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign. We'd like to ask you to return to your seats and ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened. There should be no more further walking or standing in the cabin aisle, and the use of storage is no longer permitted. Thank you.
Okay, cabin crew, prepare for landing. So as I say, look, we're near 10,000 now. The aircraft won't go under until we get to 250. Once we do, then we're all set. So there's the GLS right there that's just basically been picked up. As we come round, there's the glide path, it's going to go up. Just got under 250 now, so we'll carry on our descent down through 9,000. And now we can do our approach checklist. So our altimeter set, which is 1017, which is cross-checked on either side, which is checked. We've got the altitude for the approach, which is 4,000 feet to intercept for the GLS approach for runway 14. We've got the 135 course, and our frequency is a channel 20242, which is cross-checked on either side. After that, we've got our V-card approach speed rev, which is a flaps 30 at 153 plus 5, which is 158, and our minimums is set at a 1602 for a 200-foot decision. Barrows is checked, and we'll cross-check the barrel on either side. Coming down through 8,000 feet now. Very rocky indeed. Just holding that 250, trying not to stoop below. It needs to be above 7,000, so the aircraft's going to start pitching up a little now. And we'll hold that 236 now. Once we do, then we'll slow again now to below 210. So everything's all set up now for us to come in. We turn our start switches to continuous. As now we're all set to come in for Zurich for runway 14. As you can see, it is a little rocky. It's asking for drag, which we've got out. So a bit flight level 40 when we intercept. Because of our winds, the aircraft's find it just a little difficult. And then we'll hold out at 4,000. When we intercept, then we'll let the speed brakes go back in and drop our flaps 5. So there's 4,000 coming up. We're going to start slowing down now. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to activate the VOR lock. Okay, let the speed brakes back in now. And we'll keep them armed as we now come down. So speed brakes are in. So we're going to come around now. I'll wait for the localizer onto the GLS to pick us up. Okay, so it needs to be at 165. So we'll do our flaps 5. And there's a VOR lock now for the GLS. Okay, and there's the glide slope for the GLS as well.
$2,500.
Okay, and there's the runway. Okay, so now the glide slope's coming down. We'll turn on the approach. We'll be on the single channel. What we'll do now is release the gear and go flaps 15. Okay, so for some reason the glide slope doesn't want to work. So what we'll do is we'll disconnect. And we'll disconnect the auto throttle. Okay, so I have control of the aircraft. Go flaps 30. And we'll start to make that descent down. So flaps 30 is now set. There's our 158.
2,500.
Okay, all whites will catch that glide slope as we come down. Well, at least we know the GLS works for the actual VOR. First time using it, so not too bad. Got a little bit of wind. There's one red. So we've got flap steady, gear down. There's our 2 red, 2 white. And we need to go down for a 152. Even though it's going to be a
1,000 feet, stabilize,
158.
Mr. Approach altitude set.
Keep it down for 154. There's glide slope, so we'll hold it up now just to catch her back. There we go, 2 red, 2 white.
$400, $300, approaching minimums, 200, minimums,
Continue.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And there we are. So speed brakes are up and reversers are active. Okay, reversers can go back
80
in.
knots.
Check. And we'll just roll down to the end. And there we are, guys, down in Zurich as we vacate off the runway.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome to this airport. For your own comfort and safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the
Track the
airport
flaps.
has come to complete stop and the captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign. Please refrain from
Okay,
smoking
so
until
just
you
passing
have
Hotel 1 now.
the smoking area, which is well outside
What
the
we'll do is
terminal
we'll turn
building.
our
On
landing
behalf
lights
of
off,
the crew on board
runway
today, we'd like to
turn-offs
thank
can
you
go
for
off, leave
choosing
our
to fly with
taxis
us,
on,
and we wish you a safe onward
leave
journey.
our wing well, and we'll keep the strobe to steady. And now we can go and taxi to the gate. So put our auto brake to
Okay, the
off.
cabin is secured. Have
And
a good
now
flight.
guys, we can go and do our landing cinematics. So don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you when we get back for the taxi back to the gate. And there we are, guys, down in Zurich for our flight of the evening. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you all very soon for our next flight on the channel. So take care for now, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.